The dawn was just breaking, but our adrenaline was already surging through our veins. For weeks, the farmers' complaints had piled up, fraying our patience to its limit. Fields of crops lay in ruins. Fences were torn from the ground, and irrigation systems were reduced to tangled wreckage. These feral pigs, aggressive and multiplying at an alarming rate, had crossed the line from nuisance to genuine threat. Each female could produce 2 litters a year, each yielding 10 to 12 piglets. If we didn't act, these invaders could soon overrun not just the forests, but the city center itself. So today, our team armed ourselves with rifles, leashed our trained dogs, and set out not just to hunt, but to defend our environment and the livelihoods of the villagers who depended on us. Our first destination was the dense forest behind a farm owned by Edric's family, a sprawling expanse of tangled undergrowth and towering pines. The moment we stepped into the shadowed woods, our dogs began barking, their noses catching the scent of our quarry. We fanned out in silence, Edric veering to the right while I took the left bank of a narrow stream. The crunch of leaves and snapping twigs grew louder, the dogs' barks rising to a fevered pitch. Then, from the trees, a massive black boar exploded into view, charging straight at us with terrifying speed. I held my breath, steadied my rifle, and fired. The first shot staggered it, but the beast kept coming. My second shot hit its flank, slowing it further, and the third, a clean hit, brought it crashing down. We were only at the start of the hunt, but my heart pounded with the raw thrill of the moment, a feeling words can't capture. You have to live it to understand. Without pausing, we pressed deeper into the forest, moving to a higher vantage point on an observation tower. The view was breathtaking, the rolling hills stretching out beneath a sky painted with the first light of day. A sudden rustle from the forest depths announced the arrival of a herd over 20 pigs, moving like a dark, unstoppable wave, each one larger and more ferocious than the last. We didn't hesitate. Bullets tore through the air as we opened fire, the herd scattering in panic. Their speed made accuracy a challenge, but we managed to drop 3, one nearly reaching us before I dropped to the ground, aimed and fired a shot straight to its forehead. The forest roared with the chaos of barking dogs, trembling earth, and gunfire, a war zone in the heart of nature. By midday, we relocated to another part of the forest, a labyrinth of dense undergrowth and narrow passages where pigs could easily hide. Our dogs, seasoned and relentless, were ready. Within minutes, a pig burst from the bushes, charging directly at me. Instinct took over. I dropped to the ground, raised my rifle, and pulled the trigger. The pig fell with a guttural groan, but others in the herd broke away, vanishing into the trees. The chase began. After a grueling trek through thick brambles, we reached a clearing on a hill. The dog's barks echoed again, and another pig appeared, its eyes wild with defiance. Edric and I fired in unison, our bullets striking its body one after the other. It struggled briefly before collapsing. Every hunt ends with a mix of pride and respect for these creatures. Dangers yet part of the natural world, we strive to balance. As evening approached, we crossed a road and spotted movement in a clearing. A massive pig sprinted into view. I leapt from the vehicle, shouldered my rifle, and fired from 150 meters. The bullet struck true, and the pig leapt into the air before crashing onto its back. A clean shot like that, at such a distance, is no small feat. As the sun sank behind the mountains, another herd emerged, and the forest came alive once more. We plunged back in, taking down 3 more pigs in rapid succession, one to the right, felled by Edric's steady aim, another running wildly before the dogs, and a third that fell to our combined fire. Darkness was falling as we trudged back, exhausted but fulfilled. Suddenly, Edric froze. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. A rustle in the bushes made me raise my rifle. A huge boar loomed into view, and my final shot rang out, its echo fading into the night. The hunt was over for now. This wasn't just a hunt. It was a team effort, a grueling struggle in harmony with nature's raw power. More intense hunts, bigger herds, and heart-pounding moments are coming. We're here to protect our land and maintain balance with wildlife. Stay tuned. This is only the beginning. But the real story was just starting. The villagers' reports painted a grim picture. A massive herd was wreaking havoc near the streambed on the far side of the mountain. These pigs weren't just destroying crops, they were attacking small livestock, tearing apart goats and chickens under the cover of night. The situation had escalated beyond a hunt. It was a fight for survival. In the afternoon, with the sun high and unrelenting, we approached the streambed. The ground was slick with mud, the air heavy with moisture, and every step stirred the bush around us. This terrain was a pig's paradise, but we'd tracked through worse.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.